world. New season beginning.
New season.
Indeed.
Okay. New season.
Yeah, I mean the draft is like a signaling for the new season, is it not?
Start of something.
You said the
It
draft.
could be. It's like a signaling for the new season.
New slaves coming in. Somebody to say it.
So you saying they fresh off the auction block? That's what you saying?
I'm playing.
No. Hey, speak how you feel. Speak your truth.
I'm playing.
How you really feel?
Do you,
Tell 'em how
Molly,
you
got
feel.
that coach thing? Did you ever figure out the answer to the question?
I told you, 1984.
There you go. I just wanted to make sure you got it.
Yeah.
That was the quiz.
last time.
We'll make sure you
March
got that.
1984. Yeah, I got you. Look, I hear it all the time, bro.
My man said never again. Won't get me slipping.
I mean, not like I wasn't. I answered it that right there. You said you like you ain't know. I didn't know the month. I knew the year. I said like, cause my boss, man, this dude, he talks about all the time how he was a waiter in the hotel where the Colts were always at. So he said he knew like Jim Irsay for like forever. Just he would bring him beers all the time. He would bet different players back in the day for X amount of money. That's his prerogative. I never asked. He just talks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wanted to make sure. Oh man, another week of Unbiased Sports Talk, fellas. Glad to have y'all here. Welcome. Today's topic is a NFL draft recap, as some might say. Wrong.
Mm-hmm. Are we going for like a top 10, or we just going for like
for
winners
the
and losers?
Draft recap, it's kind of just a general. Give me your thoughts. Winner, loser of the draft. Things that stuck out to you in the draft, steals in the draft, general stuff like that.
I mean, a lot of the same stuff really did go on for me. Like some teams, you know what they're going to do. You see the Patriots draft, they're going position. Who is the best fit? Who was the most strategical pick at that point? It was a wide receiver heavy for me. I did want some more teams to go O-lineman early because some teams need O-lineman more than anything. But, I did like what I saw. A lot of scrambling just to get more wide receivers. The Giants finally added some more wide receivers to their core, which they do need. They've been lacking, and they're really going to fall. Like, if that's their franchise quarterback, they got to give him weapons.
The Giants or the Jets?
The Giants. They got a wide receiver too in the first. Both of them got a wide receiver in the first round.
I don't think. Go on.
Go ahead. No. I mean, we going all out. It's not all. I don't think this is one thing where one person can just talk the whole time. Speak your piece. How you feel like the Ravens did?
I said, no, you're going to speak on those Ravens, Ron.
I'm confused.
Hollywood.
I get it, but I don't. I get it, but I don't get it. Like the Hollywood thing that made a lot of sense. It
made more sense to the Cardinals, especially with D-Hop out.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That too, and it made sense for us too to get back into the draft and to get some pieces and stuff. I liked how we really addressed the O-line. I liked how we picked up some DBs. I think what they're going to do is for the Ravens, we're going to go back to an old defense. We're going to go back to the 3-3-5, and Chuck Clark might be moving down to play the nickel position because he's also a good open field tackler as well. So he could be down there. I didn't understand why we picked up more tight ends. I don't get it why we passed up on certain wide receivers that did drop in the draft that I kind of knew was going to drop, like George Pickens. George Pickens dropped. He was available. We didn't pick him up. Another dude that got picked up after the draft, guy named Justin Ross, one of Trevor Lawrence's big targets. He signed with the Chiefs.
But I mean, it was crazy. He wasn't drafted altogether. That was crazy to me.
Yeah, that was kind of odd to me. There must be a background story to that. So I don't know.
Looking into it right before we got on.
I don't know about the multiple tight ends being picked on your team.
but I like the first 3 picks for your team.
Yeah, I did.
Calvin Johnson, the OC, and David Ajobu. I think David Ajobu came on late. He's a really good pass rusher. If you got some speed on your end. I'm not totally sold on. You already know you needed targets for Jackson, and you get rid of most of his targets, but don't replace them. So I really want to see what y'all going to do, either in finishing out this free agency to give him some more targets because he needs some help. Like I asked, with those tight ends, it looked like Greg Roman still the OC coordinator over there. That's only something he would do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bash that, man. I'm not gonna pass that, man. I'm not gonna lie to. I was surprised that what's his name, Travion Walker. I was surprised that he went number 1.
I mean, the Jags.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm surprised.
So,
The Jags, they
Going into the
notoriously usually get if they don't go heavy with a quarterback, they go defense. That's been their thing for the past couple of years, though.
Well, they was looking at him or Aiden Hutchinson, and most people thought they was going to go with Aiden. And I think they went with a guy who has a little bit more upside than Aiden. Aiden is probably more NFL ready right now. Don't think that he probably has the most potential out of those two. But I don't think it was a bad pick either, DM.
I mean, the league needs faster, stronger defensive players. So, boom.
This draft is kind of weird, though.
Yeah, so I was surprised by Philly in that trade that they made. I wasn't expecting that. But, I mean, now you got 2 quality receivers out there for your boy Jalen Hurts. So I'm interested to see how that works out for them.
They're going to need another quarterback.
Speaking of Philly, though.
You don't like Jalen?
Why did the kicker go in so hard on Dallas? David Akers went in on Dallas.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Like, I've never seen somebody so live in Dallas' house.
Wasn't that 2018, though?
Nah, I'm just saying. They brought it back.
Oh, okay.
To answer your question, I like Jalen, but I don't like that he don't got enough oomph on his arm. It takes a while to get to his target. And plus, as I'm starting to look at the NFL a little bit more, I think he'd be a better quarterback from under center than him being a shotgun. I don't think he's a shotgun type of QB. That's just my input on Jalen.
Yeah, I think his arm talent is not as good as. I think his arm is not as strong as most people think. And I'm with you, Ron. I'm not really sold on his arm talent. I'm not really sold on him as a QB. I feel like he's
just reads.
I feel like he can make the reads. He can't make the throws.
Yeah, it don't got that
come down to strength, arm strength.
Yeah, it don't got that certain that whistle to it. Like it's just takes like 3 minutes to get to me.
Okay.
I said,
who do you think wasted their picks altogether, though?
Ooh, shit. That's so hard because this draft was already a weak draft coming in. Like this draft, like whatever you got in the first round and a half, everything else was just kind of like fillers in a sense.
Right, on the same par.
I think me personally, I think the Jets won the draft.
They won?
I think they won the draft because you get that new dude some new weapons, a good weapon at that. They say he's supposed to be the next Stephon Diggs. You answer other things when it comes to their team. I like what they did.
Like, I mean, a lot of people say like the last great draft was 2016, right? Would y'all agree on that? That was a really good draft class.
That was good.
Yeah, it was all right. I don't know. I've seen
a lot of Pro Bowlers out of that one.
You saying the last one, not overall?
I
think that draft class with Odell and Aaron Donald, that's that last one right there, boy. That draft class was crazy. That's a crazy draft class if you go back and look at it. Mike Evans, man, cool.
Yeah. I feel like looking right now because we brought up that.
I also like what the Chiefs did. I think they did a really good job in getting some defensive pieces, something that they needed, I think, for their overall team. So I think they had a quality draft.
Yeah. I would like to know what's their philosophy, though. Because, like, I think a lot of these teams have players. It's just a lot of these coaches have to really enforce their philosophy. Like, prime example, if you look at the 49ers, I'm going to speak for the 49ers real quick. If you look at the 49ers don't have a lot of household names, but they have a philosophy there.
Man, ain't got a lot of household names. Got more household names than y'all got.
Who y'all got? Fred Warner, Bosa.
That's how you going. So who y'all got? Jackson and then Brent. Nah, y'all ain't got him no more.
Hold on. Hold on now. We got Calais Campbell. We got Patrick Queen.
Y'all still got
household names though.
Y'all still got Calais Campbell.
He said two-leg Campbell.
Do y'all still got Calais Campbell?
Yeah, we do.
You sure?
Positive. He just reset that.
That's a household.
Man, anyways, you getting sensitive. All I'm trying to say is this.
You trying to let me say household names. I don't know nobody that's on your team other than Jackson. I don't know nobody on your defense that stand off with Marlon. I know football. Marlon Humphreys. But he ain't no household name.
True.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody said true.
Goodness.
Jackson, who's your household name players, bro?
He raising his voice. All I'm trying to say is this before he starts doing this.
You coming at my damn team. I'm gonna tell for the 49ers. They don't have any household names. Get out of here.
So what about them Cowboys? Since they like to talk a lot.
How about them Cowboys?
Who care about the Cowboys?
I'm not gonna lie. I did not pay attention to that one pick they did.
I mean, they traded away their receivers.
So how you gonna say the Jets stole? Didn't you say the Jets they stole the draft?
He said they won.
I did think a better draft.
He said he won. They had a good draft.
They had a good draft.
I think Cowboys had a good draft. I like their first 2 or 3 picks. They definitely need some O-line help. So that's their first thing they did. They added the dude Williams. I think adding to that defense is doing nothing but improving it. And it's the pieces for me that they pick based on the defensive coordinator. Like last year, he flipped that defense around based on picking the players that he needed that was going to be very similar to him putting into like how he did with the Legion of Boom.
Who are we talking about?
What is that, Quinn?
Who we talking about?
The Cowboys, defensive coordinator.
Oh. Damn about the Cowboys.
You ain't paying attention to nobody but the Ravens in the chat.
I'm not paying attention to the Cowboys. Let's talk about the Colts. You know, that big ass U's in the screen.
I said
NFL draft recap. You talking about the Colts. You care about the Colts draft, man.
The Colts, but what we've done successfully, we've traded away our first round picks for proven players. So we came at DeForest Buckner. We traded a first round draft pick for him. We got other people coming in.
Thank you.
We picked up Gilmore off trades. We got our wide receiver in second round. We got a safety out of Maryland. We got 2 tight ends. We got a defensive tackle. We got an offensive line.
But I'm just saying, but didn't y'all pick up Matty Bum?
Matty Ice?
Matty Bum. He's a bum.
I mean, look, until Lamar gets to a Super Bowl, you know he blew it. You know what I'm saying?
He's a bum.
He got something up on him.
He's that's what you call tap water.
I mean, what happens to Lamar in the playoffs?
That's tap water rhyme.
He turned into Pop Warner in the playoffs.
Somebody say your man
all run plays, no pass.
Regular season MVP.
I mean, what happens to his arm in the playoffs?
Oh, Stephen A. Don't do it.
Ooh.
I mean, if you're talking about quarterback, I got to defend my guy. He's my guy right now.
Now he's your guy.
Got to roll with
I defended Wentz. I did defend Wentz.
Yeah, he did.
I did defend Wentz.
For a dude that say that's my guy that early and then say I did defend Wentz, gotta leave, man. He leave him alone.
I'm just saying, like,
you ain't gotta say no more. I'm here for your defense. You have to say no more. You say I defend Wentz. You got it. That means you're
like,
loyal.
the Colts, they did what they needed to do.
Loyal
They picked up some more weapons. They had to support the run game we have going. The run game is solid. We had to get more receivers in Pittman. So that's what we picked up first. Got to make sure we traded safety because we traded linebacker. We traded defensive line. We got to make sure our safeties are good. Good to go. We still got Blackman coming back. We good to go. We here. We working.
Like you said the tight end too, right?
We got 2 tight ends.
Tight ends, right? Yep.
So, like, I like what Ballard does when he comes to drafting. I have no complaints when he comes. He gets a lot of second-round steals. Jonathan Taylor, second-round steal. Darius Leonard, second-round steal. I'm just saying, like, he knows where to pick them at for our system.
Ron. Any household names you want to talk about for the Colts? No, you know, man.
I think their defense is going to be better though, especially with the addition of Stephon Gilmore. I think the only thing that worries me about the Colts is when someone gets hurt.
Yeah, we do get guys that get hurt because it's a fast-paced defense, and when you play fast all the time, you're gonna get hurt.
Y'all still got Xavier Rhodes?
No.
Okay. So they let go. They let go.
Because they had Blackman back there. Blackman was stepping up, but he got hurt.
I mean, we'll see.
We shall see. Hey, you know, the new season.
That division is definitely wide open.
Yeah,
now
I mean, especially
now that the Tennessee Titans have no wide receivers to throw to.
That's their fault.
They have no wide receivers to throw to and a QB back.
Everyone in Houston, Texas getting blackballed, so you don't have to worry about Houston Texans. And then you got the future bust coming up with Trevor Lawrence, so nothing to worry about.
You said the future bust?
He's a future bust.
So is it the team or is like that set him up for failure?
Who? What team?
The Jags. Like this man has won at every level in life. Has never lost, as LeVar Ball would say. Until he got to the Jags.
Y'all gonna make me sound like a hater. What I'm about to say about Trevor.
I don't think we can make you sound like a hater. You just gonna sound like a hater. Well, I want to hear what you got to say. I really do.
Say what?
Go ahead, Ron. Deliver it. Let it go.
He ain't a bust, but I would say this: that man needs superior talent to come down there at the wide receiver position. He's not the golden child like how they did Andrew Luck. Even though Andrew Luck had Reggie Wayne.
He had Reggie Wayne stay on, but Reggie Wayne wasn't peak Reggie Wayne when he came there.
Right.
T.Y. Hilton emerged at that time.
And doesn't every quarterback need quality wide receivers?
Look at this motherfucker talking about, finally saying something. You over there playing solitaire.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hey, don't let them talk about you like that. Don't let them know we playing Sudoku with friends.
He just trying to scrap from the question. Answer the question.
Sudoku with friends is your go.
I don't want to pod.
You don't want to pod no more. You done?
I don't want to pod no more.
You got slapped today. He wasn't ready for this one.
But I just don't see it. Like, Trevor just doesn't wow me.
Thing is, he hasn't done anything really to wow anybody at this point, besides being drafted number one of all. I'm talking about in the NFL, not in his career. Like, it's the Jags. The Jags haven't really made noise since Minshew, and that was just for a little bit because he just came out of nowhere with a little razzle dazzle.
Man, they didn't have to let go of Minshew.
They didn't. He rolled hard for them too. Like, he showed up and he was playing. He played his heart out just to get replaced immediately.
Man, playing with background.
I think I want to see the Jags with their draft picks from last year. Like, was it the running back from
Clemson?
I want to see him get on the field. I want to see their draft picks from this year get on the field. And I also think that it really has nothing to do with Trevor Lawrence. Just being drafted to an organization that's kind of like They don't know what's up or down right now. So I think it's more so he needs the best support from a coaching staff and the right leadership in that locker room.
Yeah, I mean that's ideal.
Yeah, that's just the Jags in general. It's got to be better overall as an organization.
Question for y'all though.
Answer.
What, like, the last quarterback y'all really saw got, like, I don't want to say coddled, but catered to before he really had to get out there was Patrick Mahomes, right? He didn't have any pressure to immediately get out there and win because Alex Smith was there playing. And he sat behind him.
I think catering is
Patrick Mahomes.
Like, pretty much a lot of other rookies outside of him, and like, well, Dak Prescott didn't have to start immediately, but he got pushed into that role after an injury. But most guys who got drafted got to get right in there. So, like I said, that college pace and the NFL pace is different. Like, it's really just, I mean, you can watch all the film, you can read all the playbooks, but until you're in it, like, it's rough.
Didn't Andrew Luck go 10-6 his first year?
Yeah,
but I know a lot of great quarterbacks that went like 1-something their first year.
Well, like I said, granted, he came into a division that was shaken up. Yeah, and we came back
and had a solid team.
Yeah, it had a solid team that just needed a quarterback.
So don't be biased.
Not a quarterback.
That's biased.
So don't be biased. Don't be biased. As of right now, who's winning your division?
The Colts.
That's biased as shit.
Hold up. Well, who do you think,
Houston.
Ron?
Who is solid in Houston right now? Who's their quarterback?
Right.
Who's their quarterback?
David Mills.
Who's the quarterback? Said who? Said David. Who is the starting quarterback in Tennessee? They got right there. They got the Malik, and I was like, Tannehill's like, I ain't messing with him.
Right now, I think Tannehill's the best QB in your division.
Hey, you're disrespectful. But you might
be
right.
I see what you did there. He might be the most.
You don't even got no words to say that. I'm
he's the most accomplished. As of late, he's the most accomplished. But he can't get over the hump. That playoff hump. I get it. A lot of people can't. We'll see what happens. He has one of the best.
Was the most accomplished
as of late, as the last 2 years.
Recently.
In our division, he's the most accomplished quarterback in the last 2 years in our division.
I would say he had the better record. I would say he had the better record.
Deshaun Watson didn't play last year. And the year before that, when did he get injured?
They had a bad season.
He
balled out.
And in the past 2 years, we had two different quarterbacks. We had Wentz and we had Brissett. So it wasn't anything stable. And then Trevor Lawrence, he hasn't done anything yet. He's only been there 1 year.
Yeah,
so in the past 2 years in our division, he's been the most accomplished.
Is this the weakest division in football?
No.
It is. It is.
NFC East is.
Oh.
I still got the Redskins giving y'all some go.
Commandos.
What?
The Commanders.
I wouldn't go that far.
The commies.
Yeah.
We are Commanders. No, they haven't.
So do y'all think this draft?
They could at least beat 3 out of the 4 teams in your division.
Yeah, they could possibly, if they had a round robin and they got to play everybody, possibly get 3 out of 4. Outside of that, none of them are getting playoff. Like I said, Philly, yes, they have the championship. So I'll get it.
Philly probably going to win the division.
Yeah, Philly is the strongest one of the division. But outside of that, like, y'all fumble within your own division.
Y'all got Philly winning the division already?
Over Dallas?
You said that like Dallas was just like
Dallas ain't just trade away their receiver core.
I said Dallas always finds a way to mess it up.
That ain't the first
off. Dallas start from scratch again?
No. They kept that. Hold on. So Michael Gallup's not there no more, right? Correct? Or he's still there?
No, Michael Gallup is there.
Oh, they just let go one dude, Amari Cooper.
That's their household name.
Here we go. Let me turn my chair. Here we go. Let's cut the bullshit. Who has the better defense in that division? Dallas. It's not even look around. It's not even look around. Dallas got the better division. Who has the better offense in that division? Dallas. It's not even look around. Dallas.
Did they win the division?
But who always finds a way to fuck it up? Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah.
So you're right. They got all they better, but that don't mean they're gonna win it.
I say I'll choose all the teams in the NFC East.
So last question. Do y'all think that this draft moved the needle for anybody significantly? Like move them up, say, in the power rankings?
The Lions. No, they did.
Everybody's still kind of status quo where they were before.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. It's kind of hard to go ahead, man.
I would say the Chiefs, they kind of might reposition themselves to get back in their rhythm. I feel like they got knocked off their rhythm last 2 years. I'm not saying they're losing, but they got knocked off their rhythm. Their division got tough. You don't think so?
What you think, Ron?
Say that question one more time. Some idiot trying to call me.
No, I was saying that. Do you feel that this draft helped move the needle for any of these teams significantly? Like, is anybody kind of like risen in the power rankings because of this draft, or is everybody kind of where they were before the season, when the season ended last year?
That's a tough question. I feel like I was going to ask y'all this question, but since you asked me the question, I have an answer to it. I feel like there's only one team based off this one pick that possibly have moved the needle, and that was James Cook going to the Buffalo Bills.
That was a huge pick for that team.
Yeah, so
huge need that they have.
Yeah,
huge pick for that team. Huge pick for that team. And it's so funny because do y'all know that me and Javon be making running back bets before the season start?
We know.
Oh shoot, it is that time of the year.
Yeah,
y'all bet.
Anyway,
right?
So I always call Javon and ask him, like, hey, take a look at this guy, right? So I told him to take a look at James White, right? Now, if you follow James White's career, he was not the starting running back at Georgia. It was Zamir White, who ended up going later in the draft, which I found even more interesting. How is it that the premier back got drafted later than the gadget back? But if you look at his game, he is right there behind his brother Dalvin, like right there. So you put him at Buffalo, and you throw him some passes out the backfield, or you let him run a rock. I think that's the one team I feel like they did themselves some justice by picking him up.
Yeah, that's solid.
I think that pick was a huge draft need for a team that has a lot of upside to win in the playoffs and make the playoffs. But the only need that I've seen that they've been struggling in the playoffs is not running the ball outside of their quarterback. But I think that's a huge pick. To be honest with you, Ron, I think your team had one of the best drafts that might have moved them up in the power ranking. Once with their draft plus getting healthy, I think that team will definitely surprise people. For the most part, I don't know if anybody else made a significant draft pick that's going to move them up too many positions in the power ranking other than like a spot or two.
There might just be some sleepers and move people around, but that's about it.
And it's hard to say. I mean, we're talking about variables. We ain't seen none of these dudes hit the field yet. So I don't really like judging the drafts until like a year or two. Like, okay, that draft was good. Look at the talent that came out the draft. This is a whole bunch of ifs right now.
Speaking of ifs, a topic for another day that we brought up in the chat. If a player does not get drafted, should they be allowed to return to college?
Nah, you a bum. You should have got drafted. It's like, nah, that's
another pod.
Yeah, that's another pod. But I got one question. Then I guess we can start it off. Who out the draft you can point at and say that dude is NFL ready?
I think Aiden Hutchinson, was NFL ready, and that's not me being biased, but I think he was.
Come on, this draft right now.
Yeah, draft right now. I would say the running back Buffalo Cook, what y'all just talking about. NFL ready. Get on there and contribute.
I might have to say that too. When you got a brother in the NFL, you can't do nothing but almost be ready.
Look what happened with Dallas. His brother NFL, he came right in.
What about you, Maul?
I like the Jags pick. His size and speed, it shows NFL ready. I just need to see it happen on the field. You throwing away around college kids, throwing a grown man like that.
I don't really like that. Don't get me wrong, it surprised me, but I don't really like that pick for them. Only just because
not for them, but like in the general though.
Yeah, you saying is he more NFL ready or did you like it? Two different things.
Right. That don't mean just because you don't like it don't mean he ain't ready for the NFL.
His size, speed, strength, his immeasurables, they're NFL ready. They're NFL standards.
Size, speed.
I'm also combining film too, though. Not because there's a lot of guys who got size, speed, and strength and everything. I'm saying based off of film, like he made a great point with the dude from Michigan. The dude from Michigan is ready.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
he is ready. James Cook, he's another one. He's ready. My guy who I think is ready is Derek Stingley Jr. That kid is ready. Like that kid can play some corner. And you're a guy. He's one of those things. Maybe in like what Javon said about some of these draft picks, you'll see later on in the future. But with Georgia, they had a plethora of guys where it was like if he failed on a rep, this other guy was about to come in because. I was surprised that Jordan Davis fell that far to the Eagles. And he might mess up a lot of plans for the Cowboys because it's not that man is 6'7". He ran a 4.
Not everybody drafts, best at the time. People draft
he runs faster than E.
He does.
All right, man. And on the laugh.